This is the Hobby Man, the man with too much time on his hands. Alright, it's time for the 6 Sam deck. Now this build is built so that you can use any of the characters' effects. It really doesn't matter, or any of their skills can work. This is also using 2 of the Sheen's Dojo, because right now you can only have 2. That means you can't use the other samurai to do the bouncing. But that's alright, because this build's not centered around it. It's more just centered around the synergy of getting the synchro out and defending it for a good OTK or control. So the first card of the deck is Legendary 6 Samurai Kazin. This is just one of your level 4s can be special summoned to help with the synchroing, and it does get a little boost, so you usually get about a 21 on the field. The next card is Legendary 6 Samurai Kajeki. It is a level 3 that when it gets summoned, you can grab one of your other samurais from your hand and special summon it that's level 4 or lower. You usually grab your level 2 tuner samurai, so you can hit into one of those synchros again. Then we use Secret 6 Samurai Fuma. This is your level 1 tuner. Also has a nice effect of if it gets destroyed, you can special summon a 6 Sam from your deck. This can become very handy when you're just drawing a bad hand. Then we have our Legendary 6 Samurai. Our Legendary Secret of the 6 Samurai. This one is another level 4 that can be special summoned to help with those synchros. It also has a nice little ability of removing something from your graveyard of 6 Samurai, and it gains its attack. This can help you with a little bit of some combos. Then we have our level 2 tuner. I'm probably going to mispronounce this, but Kamemushia of the 6 Samurai. Now, I use this one over the other level 2 6 Samurai because if you bring this out with one of the other 6 Samurais and you can't synchro, it will force your opponent to target him versus your other samurais. This is really good if you have your head synchro out. They're going to have to hit this first before they hit him. Then we're going to our spells, our 6 Samurai United. This is just our nice draw power of the deck. Then we go to our Sheen's Dojo. We have to run 2 in this deck. Wish we could run 3, but they limit it to 2. This just helps you bring out usually your tuners, your level 1 or your level 2. I have occasionally brought out some of the level 4 for some beatdown capability, but not often. Then I go to my traps. Our Paleozoic Canadia. This one I use because it really helps interrupt people these days with all their combos, because usually if you can hit their first monster of the combo, their combos die. It also has a nice little effect of bringing it back on the field to help for some protection or some of your synchroing. Then we use Floodgate Trap Hole. Again, just helps interrupt those monsters coming out so they can't use all their abilities and their combos. Then we use our 6 Samurai Dual Wield. This card is just a beast card of the deck. You can return 2 target cards your opponent controls to their hand. This is just a ridiculous card. The only setback is you have to control only one 6 Samurai monster in face-up attack position. Not too hard though. Alright, so now let's take a look at our synchros. We use Bionic Dragon of the Ice Barrier because you can get out 6s pretty easy. This helps just get rid of those basic little hard cards your opponent has. Then we have, of course, our big cheese of the deck, Legendary 6 Samurai Shein Ian. He just helps you negate stuff because he has that 1 negation of a spell or trap card per turn, and he's a 25 attacker, so he's not too bad. And he can also, if he's going to be destroyed, destroy something else on the field, another 6 Samurai instead of him. Then we have our other level 5 Synchro, Armadius Keeper of the Boundaries. We just use this for if we know we can take control or we can hurt your opponent's capabilities. You bring this out so they just can't activate anything when it attacks until the end of the damage step. This can help with a lot of things, traps, spells, and even some monster effects. Then we use Mistworm. Mistworm's in here because you can bring out a level 9. It does take usually all your resources to do it, but it's very handy when you just want to clear your opponent's field and whack them for game, or to get rid of those pesky cards they have. Now for the card that most people don't expect in a 6 Samurai, and I have found has been very helpful, is Archfiend's Call. So this little guy, he's a 25 attacker. He also becomes a Summon Skull, which we really don't care, and you can special Summon Skull if he dies. Again, we don't care. What we do care is your Summon Skulls you control cannot be targeted with card effects. Now that is very handy. It even affects when you're going against another 6 Samurai. They can't use the trap on it, or even the monster try to bounce it back. Alright, now that I've gone over these cards, it's a pretty basic Samurai deck. It's very good for this format right now. So I do hope you enjoyed it. Hope it helps you. Again, always edit the way for your playstyle. And I'll leave you with the deck list. Hope you have a good day and a good duel. Don't forget to like and subscribe.